You are watching Access LaPorte County Channel 97. Coming up next is the August 4th meeting for the Michigan City Board of Public Works and Safety. You can find more information for this meeting by visiting www.accesslaportecounty.org.
Good morning. Call to order this Board of Public Works and Safety meeting for Monday, August 4th, 2025. The time is 8:30. I'll call roll. Mr. Simmons?
Present.
Miss Tisdale?
Present.
Miss Smith?
Present.
Miss Moore?
Present.
Mr. York is here, and Miss LePage, Attorney LePage.
Here.
Our first order of business today is approval of minutes from our regular hybrid Zoom meeting on July 21st, or from July 21st, 2025. Has everyone had time to review those minutes? Any additions to those or edits?
Motion to approve.
Second.
I'll call for the vote. Mr. Simmons?
Aye.
Ms. Tisdale?
Aye.
Ms. Smith?
Aye.
Ms. Moore?
Aye.
Chair votes aye as well. Alrighty. Okay, we have one more set of minutes. Our next order of business is approval of minutes from a special meeting on July 28th, 2025. Has everyone had time to read those? It was a pretty quick meeting.
Motion to approve.
Okay.
Second.
Call for the vote. Mr. Simmons,
Aye.
Ms. Tisdale,
Aye.
Ms. Smith,
Aye.
Ms. Moore,
Aye.
Chair votes aye as well. Thank you. All righty. Our next order of business is awarding of the RFP. This is an awarding of a request for proposals for tree procurement and tree removal services. You may recall we accepted RFPs for this, and we are prepared to award today. Ms. LePage, will you take this?
Sure. So I'm going to start with the tree removal, and maybe we can do this as one motion, and then I'll do the procurement as a separate. So the last meeting when I opened the request for proposals, requests for proposals are a unique procurement method wherein we don't list the amount when I read it, just because it protects it and gives us the opportunity to still negotiate. After going through them, it was myself, Wendy Vache, and our acting forester, Phil Graff. We all went through them. Let me go through. There were 3 for the removal that submitted proposals. Homer 2 LLC, their total amount was $529,425.88. Ellis Hardwoods, their total was $523,500. And Homer Tree Service, Inc. was $304,990. After going through the proposals, we all believe that Homer Tree Service, not only were they the lowest, but we believe that based on their experience, their equipment, their history, that they could properly serve the city. And I know our acting forester has had previous experience with them and believes that they could handle the award. So for purposes of today, I have their certificate of insurance. I also have the agreement that has been signed by Homer Tree Service, Inc. So I would recommend the board approve the award for Homer Tree Service, Inc. for the tree removal. And again, this is under our federal tree grant that's paying for this service in the amount of $304,990.
Thank you. Any questions of Ms. LePage, Attorney LePage, on these on this topic or on this item?
Amber, yes, I'm sorry.
Absolutely.
This was just for removal, correct?
Just
Yes.
for removal.
Yes. Okay, I'm going to open up for public comment. Public comment on this item.
Yes, this is Tommy Kolovic, 1316 Ohio Street. Obviously, it's a big thing. You can just drive around the city, see all the white X's that are on the trees around it. I know we're not question and answer, but I would like to know if this also, not only tree, but also stump removal. You know, with the tree service, they'll cut down the tree, they'll haul off all the brush and whatnot. You have with the stump removal, that's extra labor, where you either have to contract extra with them or contract with somebody else, or we have to remove it ourselves. You know, I've cut down a few trees in myself. I'm kind of like Grandpa Watson in Arkansas. That man rather cut down the tree than look at it. So that's one question I like. You know, if you leave the stump, the shooters are going to start growing out of it. You're going to have more trees growing there. So we need to also get the stumps removed. Thank you.
Mr. President, just to clarify, it does include tree and stump removal.
Okay.
Mhm.
Hello, Board. Scott Mellon, 200 Kenwood Place. I just wanted to thank Attorney LePage for explaining the process so well for the public. I think that's really good practice. Thank you. And good job saving almost $225,000 for the city with this award. People need to notice that. Thank you.
Any other public comment on this item? Any other public comment? Anything online? Okay, I'll close public comments. Any further questions of Attorney LePage, or do I hear a motion to approve? And this is for tree removal.
Motion to approve.
Second.
I'll call for the vote. Mr. Simmons,
Aye.
Ms. Tisdale,
Aye.
Ms. Smith,
Aye.
Ms. Moore,
Aye.
chair votes aye as well. Thank you.
Okay, so the tree procurement. We opened 2 requests for proposals at our last meeting. The first one was from Dunlin Landscaping LLC, and that was in the amount of $315,000. The second was from Dogwood Hills Tree Farm, and that was in the amount of $238,335. So again, it was myself, Ms. Vacher, and our acting city forester, Phil Graff, who reviewed all of this. Again, Mr. Graff has experience and history dealing with Dogwood Hills Tree Farm, based on their reputation and experience and equipment and analyzing them as a contractor. He fully believes that they are qualified and can handle this contract. They as well timely provided me with their certificate of insurance and also executed the contract. So I would be recommending the board approve Dogwood Hills Tree Farm, again, in the amount of $238,335 for the tree procurement services.
Any questions from the board to Attorney LePage about this item? I believe we've used Dogwood Hills before for procurement of trees, so they provide nice trees. Any questions on this item? Okay, I'll open up for public comment. Any public comment on this item?
Sorry, me again. Scott Mellon, 200 Kenwood Place. I got so excited complimenting Attorney LePage on the last question. I forgot to pose the question for that question. It's not question and answer, like you said, but approximately how many trees are being removed? And to follow that up with this motion, how many are being planted? Approximately how many species and what caliper? Do we know what size trees they're planting? And about what time of year would that be going in?
I am not sure on those questions.
But numbers, I think the numbers are the biggest deal. How many?
No, that's a good question. I mean, that's a good question.
So I don't have
I don't have the numbers.
the RFP packet in front of me, which laundry list, all of that information and exactly how many and where. We divided it into 3 zones
Yes.
throughout the city. So there's zone 1, zone 2, zone 3 for the removal and the procurement. For the removal, timing wise, you're going to start seeing that immediately.
Yes.
That's going to happen immediately and is going to all be completed before the end of this year. For purposes of the planting, that is going to be next spring.
Next spring.
So the board can anticipate, we'll
Right.
probably be bringing, the next part of it will be the watering component of it.
Yes.
So that'll be coming for the
Yeah.
procurement as well, I believe. But Mr. Graff and I are still working through those details. But the exact numbers, without looking at those, I can't recall it.
I can't either. But we'll have one more piece to this, so maybe we can have some numbers at that point in time. I'm sure they will make a big to-do about it at the tree board and probably put this out, like how many trees we're doing, how many we're removing. I mean, it's a really big contract and a really big deal for the city. It's been much needed. So, Any other public comments? Any other public comments on this item? Anything online? Okay, I'm going to close public comments. Any further questions of Attorney LePage on this item? This would be for the procurement of new trees for our replacement program. Would anyone like to try? Would anyone like to make a motion?
Motion to approve.
Support.
Call for the vote. Mr. Simmons,
Aye.
Ms. Tisdale,
Aye.
Ms. Smith,
Aye.
Ms. Moore.
Aye.
Chair votes aye as well. I am very excited to see trees go back into our neighborhoods. I'll tell you that right now. Alrighty. Next order of business is a memorandum of understanding. This is a request for approval of the Indiana Plan contract for the apprentice readiness class and not to exceed the amount of $13,500. And I do believe Ms. Ward is here today to give us a little a snippet about what this is about and what we're doing. Thanks for being here.
Good morning. Good morning, Keela Ward. Education Workforce Development. All right. Well, we're looking to, there's an MOU that we're looking to work with the company Indiana Plan. They're based out of Indianapolis. And what it is it's a company that does some recruiting and screening for communities to create more skilled workforce, more technical skills. And so we reached out to them because we want to be a part of it. Something they do each year around the state is whole classes that they call pre-apprenticeship or apprenticeship readiness classes. So basically it would be a class, we want to have a class here in Michigan City for between 12 and 18 people to get them ready to take the test to go into the trade. So this is just the first step for those that are interested in being a part of the trades of painter, millwright, all those kind of things, electrician, plumber. So this class would get them prepared and put them on a pathway to getting a better job and having a skill and being even ready for all the new construction that'll happen in Michigan City. So we're excited to be a part of helping our residents get prepared.
Do you know, have you had inquiries or do you know, do you have people that are ready to go into this program?
We
right
are
now?
currently just promoting and publicizing. We're going to have a meeting, open it up to the community to just come out and learn more. We're going to have Indiana Plan, those facilitators come in and talk in detail, take some questions from our residents. Yeah.
Excellent.
And the class itself wouldn't be until October.
Okay.
Yeah, October 6th.
Place for the class you found?
Here, City Hall,
Excellent.
downstairs in EOC room.
Excellent.
Yep. It's a
Any-
2-week class, so it'd be Monday through Friday for 2 weeks, October 6th and ending on the 17th.
Awesome. Awesome. Any questions of Miss Ward on this this MOU?
Does the program dictate the amount of students that they allow? The 12 to 18, that seems kind of low to me because it seems like it'd be a
Right.
great,
Right. So we are going to not only have them come and facilitate, but they'll handle everything and there's a cost associated with it. So we're just budgeting out so many seats so far. So yes, 18 is a cap that we're working with so far. Yeah.
And is this the first time the city has worked with the Indiana Plan?
This is the first time. Indiana Plan is not new to Michigan City. They've been around. I don't know that they've had a class here. I know that they've been in Michigan City recruiting. I know that other residents have gone to the Gary class on Clark Road, but I'm not sure.
Thank you.
I believe the city did work with the Indiana Plan years ago.
I don't think anyone showed. I don't think we had any.
Yeah, I do, yeah.
Okay, I had a class.
Funding source, though.
Okay.
I believe your funding source is from ordinance violations from the local hiring ordinance,
Yes.
right? That is supposed to be solely used for this purpose, right?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Thank you.
We have the.
that's correct.
So how do they pare it down to 18 applicants?
Well, Indiana Plan did not pare it down to 18. That was something that I did working with Mayor, that we
Oh,
came up with the numbers according to the cost and staying within our budget.
Budget, yeah, I'm sure it was the budget.
mm.
So it was related to the amount of money we have probably in that account.
That's
Simply,
correct.
Yes.
So we just came up with the minimum and a not to exceed number for the.
Excellent. Any other questions, Ms. Ward?
I have one.
Absolutely.
Are there gonna be any other partnerships or organizations working with this effort to get the Indiana Plan classes going?
Right, we are working with the trades. This is, when I say we, Mayor Angie and myself, working with the trades, bringing them in to be able to speak to the information, be able to speak to, and also come alongside and partner with us. So, yes.
Excellent. So our local, like IBEW and things like that, or
Yes.
other trades, if you will. It's
Absolutely.
the only one that popped in my head at the time, sorry. Excellent. Any other questions, Mr. Ward? If not, I'm going to open up for public comment. Any public comment on this item? Any public comment on this item? Any public comment on this item? Anything online? Okay, I'll close public comments. Any other questions, Ms. Ward, on this item? Attorney LePage, you've had time to review all this and everything's in order?
Yes.
Excellent. You have another question? Okay. Want to make a motion?
Motion to approve.
Support.
Call for the vote. Mr. Simmons,
Aye.
Ms. Tisdale,
Aye.
Ms. Smith,
Aye.
Ms. Moore.
Aye.
Chair votes aye as well. Keela, thank you for all your work on this. I know you've been working on it for a while. Thank you. All righty. All right. Our next order of business is the Fire Merit Commission. We are there any other, not, should I ask if there are there any other nominations for the Fire Merit Commission? I'm looking at Chief out there and he's shaking his head. So no. Our business is, should we make a motion to close the,
The nominations can only be made by an active member of the fire department, so you may want to just open it up just one more time, just to make sure.
are there any active members of the fire department who would like to submit a nomination for the Fire Merit Commission? Okay, seeing none, I will close the nominations.
Make a motion.
I will make a motion to close the nominations.
Second.
I'll call for the vote. Mr. Simmons,
Aye.
Ms. Tisdale, Ms. Smith,
Aye.
Ms. Moore.
Aye.
Chair votes aye as well. Attorney LePage, would you like to talk about the one nomination we
I
do have?
think we have two,
Oh, two.
correct?
Sorry.
So we have two, so we're going to have to hold an election. The nominations, our clerk received one for Marlon Garner. And that was confirmed as a Democrat, as well as a Jeff Plummer.
Plumber, okay.
Mhm. So I will assist Isabel in getting the paperwork ready so that we can hold the election. And then report back to the board who was the successful
So,
candidate.
so this is a balanced board, so it required a Democratic nomination. Got
Correct.
it. Okay. Just for the public's knowledge. What does the curiosity, then you will handle the nominate or the actual,
Actually, the clerk does.
okay,
So there'll be a ballot box and a formal submission.
excellent.
But you may want to open up for public comment. You do have a past commissioner here.
Are there any public comments on this item?
Yes, Tommy Kolovic, 1316 Ohio Street. Now they got to be a Democrat. They also have to be a civil city resident for 3 years. So you need to confirm that I know the past Andy Heineck tried applying. He bought a condominium over in St. Andrews Village, but he bought it last year. He wasn't 3 years yet, so he couldn't do it. Thank you.
Yep, good comment. Any other public comments? Any other public comments on this item? Okay, anything online? I'll close public comments.
I have confirmed with voter registration for their residency and their past elections to confirm that they're a
Yes.
Democrat. So
Do we need a formal motion to recommend this for?
No, there's nothing more the board needs to
Oh.
do right now.
Alrighty. Moving on. Our next order of business is a request for special event. Marquette High School is requesting to host a welcome back party in their enclosed parking lot with food trucks and music on Friday, September 19th, 2025, from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. Is there anyone here from Marquette High School? Oh, awesome. Thank you for being here this morning. Tell us your name and then tell us a little bit about.
I'm Sarah Williams. I'm the Director of Development at Marquette High School. And our event is just for our students and families. It's not considered a public event. It's just going to be on our parking lot. We're requesting all the proper permits for beer and wine, getting a police officer, the enclosed parking lots, music, a couple food trucks, and kids having fun with their family and friends.
Excellent. Any questions from the board? Any questions from the board? Yeah, go ahead.
Is this the first time you guys have?
We did one 2 years ago, very similar, and I was in charge of one 4 years ago, very similar. So we've had the permits before and done the proper channels.
Attorney LePage, is everything in order from our standpoint?
Yes.
Okay. Any other questions? Any other questions from the board? Okay, I'll open up for public comments. Are there any public comments on this item? Any public comments?
Yes, Tommy Kolovic, 1316 Ohio Street. As far as I'm concerned, I don't think they should even have to come before the board and request it. I know when Queens had Queens Fest, they never had to come up for the board to have Queens Fest. So I think they should have this. Go Blazers, have a great year. And I hope that Lania Davis is going to be Indiana Miss Basketball this year. It's really well done. We've had 3 Mr. Basketball. Now it's time we get a Miss Basketball. Thank you.
Okay, any other public comments? Any other public comments on this item? So I guess what are we just allowing them to, like, what are we, what exactly it sounds like everything's on their property,
It's a private event.
but they have to get, but it's an event. I got it.
Previously, we requested a street closure,
Yeah.
and I think that was where it came in that we needed to come
Yeah.
before you guys. Isabel spoke with the police officer and they determined that we didn't need to
Okay.
do a street closure.
Yeah, I spoke to Captain Jesse. I know he's not in town right now, but yeah, he said that he does not see a reason for it, and he had worked it in the past.
Okay. So it's before us today, just because it's an event, a public or an event downtown or an event.
Probably private though.
Private.
Private
Yeah.
property and
Yeah.
for our students
Yeah.
and families.
Okay. Maybe got caught and so, okay. Well, I guess we can just go ahead and approve it for what? Have fun? No, it's
I
fine.
don't really think it's even required.
I
the board
mean,
to attend. Yeah.
I don't think our
This is what
approval, maybe.
Isabel and I kind of said.
Yeah, I told her, she was like, well, I know you said that you'll turn everything in just in case, and we were kind of waiting on the road closure, so we were just kind of waiting on that response, and we said we'd
Okay.
go forward with it, and that's neat.
In
Okay.
the meantime, thanks for the emergency action plan.
Yeah.
I know.
It's all here. We really appreciate it.
Don't
Looks-
mess with
It
my
looks
cat.
good. I mean, okay. So Ms. LePage, so what would be the appropriate action?
I don't think the board needs to take any
I
action.
don't think there's any action that we need to take today, but I really do appreciate you being here and doing all the work to do this. And should you need us in the future, please let us know.
Will do. Thank
See
you.
you on the 19th.
All
Can we,
right.
can we use yours as a sample to put other people? Is that good? Yeah.
All right, thank you.
We really appreciate you. Thank you. That was easy. All righty. Okay, our next order of business is a request for a special event. North American Midway Entertainment All-Star Amusement is requesting to host the Blue Chip Casino. I'm sorry, Blue Chip Casino. Yeah, I said that right. Blue Chip Casino Summer Carnival at Blue Chip Casino with amusement rides, games, and food concessions from August 21st, 2025 through August 24th, 2025. Thursday and Friday, the carnival will be open. Or I'm sorry, yes, Thursday and Friday, the carnival will be open. Well, I'm sorry, will be from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. Saturday from 1 p.m. to 10 p.m. and Sunday from 1 p.m. to 9 p.m. Sorry, I got that all messed up. Is there anyone here from this that can maybe clarify the words that came out of my mouth? So, It's Monday. I'm sorry, and it's early. It's been a very long weekend. Please clarify, introduce yourself, tell us
Yeah.
about it, what you're doing, and then maybe.
My name's Justin Pepperack. I'm the general manager for North America Midway. Our plan is just to host a summer carnival at Blue Chip. We're going to have a fenced-in, secure environment for crowd control, providing rides, games, and food for the city of Michigan City. But the event will be hosted at Blue Chip Casino. We'll have security on site from Blue Chip, as well as we've already secured off-duty police officers to help secure the event as well.
Excellent. And then it will go from the 21st to the 24th.
Yeah.
Maybe just give us a rundown of what I.
Thursday through Sunday, we'll open in the evenings, 5 to 10, Thursday and Friday. Saturday will be 1 to 10. And then, of course, the last day, Sunday, will be 1 to 9.
Excellent.
Yeah.
This is something I'm sure that you do in many other cities
We do.
around.
Some other events we do. We do the Porter County Fair. We're over at the Crown Point at the Lake County Fair now. And next week we go to Berrien Springs for the Berrien County Fair. So we do quite a few events here locally. We're an Indiana-based company. I live east of Muncie. So it's something we do 9 months a year.
Excellent.
Yep.
Any questions? Any questions from the board? Are there any questions from the board? Amber, do we have everything in order for us to consider this?
It is, but I believe Fire Marshal Bruder was also going to reach out to Blue Chips to make sure they had the correct permitting from the state. So I'm not sure if that's happened yet. Okay. Do you mind just coming up?
Yeah, Mr. Bruder, I know that there's additional things that require for tents and all those things for amusement. So give us a little rundown.
Good morning, Jeff Bruder, Fire Marshal. Yeah, I did reach out to Blue Chip to make sure they were properly permitted through the state. They're required to have an amusement entertainment permit. They obtained one for inside events. They didn't realize they needed one for outside events. And I think that was the only holdup that Blue Chip had. But since I spoke with them, they've applied for it.
So it's an application
It's an
and.
application,
Okay,
right.
excellent. And you're satisfied with, if it's an application, you think it'll happen?
Absolutely,
It'll get,
yeah,
yeah,
definitely.
excellent.
So should we make any approval of our permit conditioned upon the state?
Or receipt of that?
Contingent, I don't think there's going to be an issue. So this application can be approved up until the day of or the day before. I guess my concern was more that their inspection with the state was gonna go through as well, but I don't think we have an issue since most of their rides have already been inspected
Yeah.
at other events.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean they have to have them here. But it was just their entertainment permit that was held up, so.
Okay. And then that's something like, once it's all put up, you guys do a walkthrough and do all those things as well.
We'll do a walkthrough with
Yeah.
either state fire marshal or Sue and I will
Yeah.
do a real quick walkthrough, make sure everything's egress is good and
Excellent.
approved.
So we don't need a contingent this, is that
I
your?
don't think so. I think it's gonna be granted no matter what.
I still think it's probably best practice.
Okay.
And subject to their final walkthrough as well.
Yeah, let's just do that to make sure that they at least have to need to contact you and do a final walkthrough. It makes me a little bit more comfortable.
Sure. And I'll keep up. I'll check downstate to make sure that it's still in process, so.
Okay. Thank you, Fire Marshal Bruder.
Sure.
I will open it up for public comment. Any public comment on this item?
Yes, Tommy Kalava, 1316 Ohio Street. The only problem I have is they need to have this earlier during the summer break months. I don't think they should have it on Thursday. School's going to be back in session. That Thursday is going to be a school night. They need to shut it down instead of 10 p.m. You need to shut it down at 9 p.m. Curfew, they're going to have too many juveniles out unattended. We've had the same problem we've had the aforementioned Queens Fest. After 10 p.m., I don't care who your teenager is, if they're out running around past 10 o'clock, they're up to nothing but trouble. There's only two things that open in Michigan City past 10 p.m., bars and leg. So shut it down at 9 p.m. and no Thursday. Thank you.
Bars and
Bars and legs.
Haven't heard that one before. Scott Mellon, 200 Kenwood Place. Mr. Klavik brings up a couple of interesting points, but it's it's the end of summer. School just starts that week, I think. I think we can let I think as a teenager, 10 o'clock was sort of the cutoff. Nothing good happens after midnight, I think is kind of the phrase. So let's have a little grace there. I know this is state inspected. These rides are state inspected and so forth, and this sounds like a good operator. I like that he's running county level fairs as opposed to, those parking lot things. I don't know if this is the same or a step up, but just an account of any safety record or past safety violations of the operator. But this sounds like a really good event. Blue Chip is known as a good operator. I'm sure they're not looking for problems. They're not looking for problems. We're not looking for problems. It sounds like a good thing to have at the Blue Chip. So I hope we approve it. Thank you.
Excellent. Any other public comments on this item? Any other public comments? Yes, let me close public comments and I'll let you come up. I'll close public comments. Come on up. Yeah. If you'd like to address anything,
Yeah.
feel free. Yeah.
Another thing, at all of our fencing events, we do have a minor policy to where they have to have a chaperone, adult guardian with them. That way there's no just teenagers running around unattended. With the way events are these days, it's a standard policy at any of our parking lot style events. And the security knows that if these parents come drop them off and bring them in, they get escorted out, and we want family fun events that are safe, affordable, and good for local communities.
Excellent. All right. Any other questions from the board? If not, would anyone like to make a motion?
Motion to approve. Contingent upon the paperwork that are pending.
Does that get us what we need? Final walkthrough?
Oh, it's-
Yes, approval from the state and also final walkthrough from the fire marshal and our building commissioner.
Is that what you meant, Mr. Simmons? Okay. Thought that might be it. Excellent.
Second.
I heard a second, so I'll call for the vote. Mr. Simmons?
Aye.
Ms. Santizo?
Aye.
Ms. Smith?
Aye.
Ms. Moore?
Aye.
Chair votes aye as well. Thank you for bringing this here to Michigan City. We appreciate it. Okay. Next order of business is a road closure for special events. This is a request for opioid awareness week. I'm sorry, let me back up. A request for opioid awareness month walk for Thursday, August 28th, 2025 at 5 p.m. on Pine Street from City Hall to 11th Street train station. Is there anyone here from that event? Anyone here? Anyone know about this event?
Isabel, is this mayor's
Is this
event?
mayor's event?
Yeah, sorry, I was taking notes. Yes, this is mayor's event. I know I've been kind of working with her on it, so it's a walk for
Opioid awareness.
opioid awareness. Yes. It is on, sorry, we just had a meeting about this other day. It's gonna be on Thursday, October 28th from 5:15 to 6. So people are gonna meet here at City Hall at 5. And then she has asked if it's basically just like a walking closure, kind of like how the procession was for the church a few weeks ago. So same idea, but it's just gonna start here at City Hall, and then they're just gonna go right down to Franklin Street, down to the train station and come back. So she said take about 45 minutes to a half hour. So the biggest thing will just be crossing 12. I know Captain Jesse's out right now, but I'm gonna work with him on this. And I have sent this over to the police, fire, and everybody as well before I left on Thursday. So I'm just waiting for a response back. And Eric has also helped me with the emergency management plan. I just need to add our context to it, so that's why it's not in the packet yet. But he has helped me create an emergency management plan. I just need to add context. So
Excellent. And it'll be a rolling closure, so it won't be any, and it's on Pine Street.
yeah,
So Pine Street, yeah, this should be, yeah.
yeah. So just a big loop
Yeah.
on Franklin or on Pine.
Okay. Sounds good. Any questions of Isabel? Sounds like she's put a lot into this. This will be
October 28th.
Yes. Wait, October or August?
August. I don't know why I said October. I'm so sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's Monday.
It is Monday.
October 28th or
It's August. It is
Okay.
28th.
I'm just making sure.
Made it last.
Like, so.
That's why we submitted the request. I am so sorry. Oh,
Where Isabel? Leave her alone.
coffee yet?
Okay.
So this is August.
August 28th. Okay, so it's coming up at the end of the month. Got it. Okay.
Yes. On the 8th, August.
Do you want to hold up?
Yeah,
You good with that?
yeah.
All right. Okay. Um, do you want to make a motion to that or? Yeah. Okay. Okay, let's do some public comment. Open it up for public comment. Any public comment on this item? Yeah.
Hello, Scott Mellon, 200 Kenwood Place. We certainly support this. I think we all support this. I might offer a suggestion that a start place be the library instead of City Hall. That'd avoid the whole Route 12 thing. And you get everybody on that side of the highway to start. I think that might be something to consider,
Yeah.
if that's possible. And I think given the board's own rules for 90 days notice of these things, I think we have to give a little slap on the wrist to the mayor's office for the late notice. But I think, given the nature of the rolling closure, very minor inconvenience, that we should support it. Thank you. And the cause is very important, of course. Thank you.
Engineer Warner.
Isabel, this is gonna be crossing US 12, right?
Yes. So, what's happening is everyone's meeting here at 5:15, and then, Mayor wants to close the intersection at US 12 and Pine for everybody to cross. She's only expecting 50 people max, so it's not going to be a lot of people, but, and then after the event, there's gonna be trainings in the EOC room for opioid awareness, she said.
I'd say contact Adam Parkhouse at INDOT just to see if there's anything that INDOT needs to do. Okay?
Any other public comments on this item? Any other public comments? Any other public comments? Anything online? Okay, I'm closed public comments. Any other thoughts from the board? Any other questions from the board? It's a pleasure of the board. What would you like to do? Would you like to hold it till?
I was say, I know we were discussing that in fairness, if it were anybody else, we would table this or pending the emergency action plan and all of the paperwork. So I would make a motion that we approve this pending and contingent upon receiving the EAP and possible approval through NDOT.
Second.
I'll call for the vote. Mr. Simmons?
Aye.
Mrs. Tisdale?
Aye.
Ms. Smith?
Aye.
Ms. Moore?
Aye.
Chair votes aye as well. All right. Our next order of business is a request for an art mural. This is a request from the Lubeznik Center for the Arts. I'm sorry, the Lubeznik Center for the Arts is requesting the following: permission to paint a mural on public property on the Michigan Boulevard wall. And that's one request. The second request is to accept the mural as a gift of art to the city and make it part of the city's permanent art collection. Good morning, Ms. Block. How are you?
Fine, thanks. Janet Block from Lubeznik Center for the Arts. So I've presented this at several public meetings, but I forgot that we need Board of Works approval for public property. Solaire is celebrating their 60th year anniversary, and they approached me and Clarence Hulse and asked if they could actually pay to get a mural painted. And they really wanted it on a public wall. And we don't have a lot of public walls in Michigan City. So after talking with the mayor, EDC, and others, there was a determination that if we did it on the Michigan Boulevard retaining walls on the 900 block of Michigan Boulevard, they were not really well tended to, and it would align with the mayor's beautification plan. So it doesn't cost the city anything to do it, which is the good news. Beautifies the neighborhood. And Solaire, is engaged, which is great news. So we did go through series of meetings where they picked an artist. We had public meetings with that people were invited to, and we got a list of different ideas from the community. The idea was to do an industrial history of this region. And so I want to present to you and thank you, Drew, because we forgot to send it over,
Yeah,
and
that's my fault. I'll take.
he has graciously loaded up the imagery. So the imagery is, it encompasses all the walls, which is kind of amazing. And it starts, I think this is the one it does not start with. It starts with like, yeah, I think that it's my fault. There's one with hands that's like a Native American start about the planting and the agriculture. Nope, one, I might not even, it might have been the one I didn't send you. So don't worry. But this is the second one, and this is the second image. It has to do with, so the first image was an image of Native Americans and planting, and all of the pieces, all of the panels have a couple things that are consistent threads, which are hands, because hands really built our city, and also the rope theme. So this, before any of the other industry, we were agricultural industry, and then we became a fishery and a place for, and then the railroad, Solaire. I think, yeah, I'm sorry that these are out of order, but it's not at all Drew's fault, it's our fault. But this is actually one of the middle panels, and it's about the lighthouse and shipping industry. This is Harriet Colfax, who's a known Michigan. She tended the lighthouse for like 60 years in the 19th century. And then in the binocular on the left part of the mural, you'll see a seagull, which represents tourism. And in the other one, you see a microchip, which represents the future and, technology. And then here again, this is John Barker, who is, the significant person who brought the industry of building the train cars here. And I think then it's this one, the Solaire, the cooling tower. There should be one more with this is the one at the end, which represents the workers. So it sort of becomes a history, and it meets in the middle about the future with the binoculars. And we hope that, I think it's kind of a masterpiece, quite honestly. It's not your typical mural that maybe same artist who did Canada Park, very competent, very in demand, but we wanted something that more told a story about the people here and the way that we've come to be. So I'm asking that we have permission to start painting, number one. And I'm asking for the city to accept this as part of its collection, which at that point, it does become yours to protect. The artist will guarantee up to 7 years, except for like extreme conditions, rain and so forth, like floods. But otherwise, that's pretty standard.
Janet, this has been through the mayor's art commission. and Ben?
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
they've totally approved it. They're excited about
So they
it.
liked the design and thought it was great and great. Excellent.
I mean, what we kind of tell people, yes, they approved it. I mean, we did change, there was another art person in the history and we did want a woman in there and they, the artist has made some revisions based on our input.
Feedback. Okay.
But I think that one of the things that, I do think there's this, there's different ideas about what kind of murals we should have. I'm just going to say like LaPorte has a fantastic mural of the history of LaPorte. So, I mean, everything, I just want to say like, we all love flowers and birds, but they can't all be that. I mean, I don't want them all that. I think
Sure.
that the diversity, that the ones that tell the story of the people are really important. And I think he did a fantastic design, especially putting the hands as, kind of this, that it's people who really built the city.
Excellent.
Okay.
Any questions of Ms. Block from the board? Any questions?
Other than the actual painting, is there information about what they represent somewhere?
And actually, that's an idea, that we're talking about with Solaire, about like a QR code panel or the issue is it's right at the street. So I do think QR codes could be better. There is, I'm just going to reference LaPorte again because they have other murals, but the one that is the historic mural has like stands in the plaza that talk about each part. I don't think that we would have the room to do that. So yes, and there are explanations. I can send this to the board. And you can see even in the panel descriptions what these things represent. And I do think it's important. So yes, is the answer. We'll figure out a way to do it. I don't know that but I don't know if QR codes are the things that really work anymore. So
Don't we have like a walking tour downtown of all the art as well? Would it be added to that?
well, we don't really. I mean, the Rose Tejeda of Joyride is trying to put some
Yeah.
things together. Formally, we don't because this is a volunteer, the Public Art Committee is volunteer. I
John
mean,
put
we'd be happy to lead them, but we can't just
I thought John did something with like digital wise where you could take them. Yeah.
have a
Yeah.
program called AutoCast,
Yeah.
and that is QR code driven,
Yeah.
where you got even near something, and it will give you a description by the artist, actually. I just don't know, though, that this is not really, I don't know how many pedestrians walk that area, to be quite honest. So it's great when you have pedestrians. But, if you're driving by, you can't really get a QR code going.
Sure.
But yes, it's called AutoCast and it's a free app. So I'd be open to ideas. And I know Solaire also would love to pay for a ribbon cutting, which I'll come back when we have a closer date.
Excellent. Any other questions?
I do.
Go ahead. Excellent.
So, I mean, just so I can understand this, each one of the slides you showed, will they be each one section of the?
Yes,
So
it's a massive mural. It's
so
the
it's
whole
like
block.
six
I think
separate
it's actually,
images.
Yeah, it'll be a massive.
I
mural.
think there's 8.
Eight.
Eight wall
panels, I
total.
believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
It took me a minute to catch that too.
Yeah.
It was the sloping.
I know.
That I was
Yeah.
like, okay, I get it.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I need to give you to it. They are numbered when you get them, but the way they come up on email is like crazy. So yeah, and I actually I had printouts, but you need like a huge table to lay them out and really get the sense. You can't really see it on the screen. It's so small, but they do lead up to a central panel, which is the binoculars, one on each side.
Yeah. And these are public walls. We went through all the history of these walls with the help of engineer Werner, who knows a lot about NDOT and the widening of the road here.
We
back in the
also
day.
sent letters to all the owners of the buildings, and then I did hear from 3. I did not hear from all. The 3 that I heard from actually gave by email, gave us suggestions, which we incorporated. And then we had we actually invited the building owners to a dinner at Zorn, and nobody came. So I think either they trust us or, I mean, you usually hear from people when they don't, which I'm finding. But we did get people, like we had a meeting at the Eastport Neighborhood Association, and we presented at the town hall that the mayor gave. And the third one was the Zorn meeting, which was, so, we did get input, and we utilized the input. So
Excellent. Any other questions of Ms. Block? Go ahead.
You said the artist guaranteed his work for how long? Did you say that?
Well,
Or-
murals need upkeep. 5 to really 7 years is what happens generally, but I don't know. I mean, I'm just being honest. I don't know the conditions right there with the rain and so forth.
Right.
If there are extreme conditions, they, then there are, and we might need to pay for more, if it needs to be repainted. Generally, the bottom foot of a mural can get, damaged just from traffic and but that is the standard, and it's even 7 to 10 years. The artist that we've hired knows how to prep the wall. The wall was power washed first. They also seal it, and they use a graffiti sealer. The other murals that we've done in Michigan City, none of them have been tagged, knock on wood, but that is not something that we really, I mean, I will tell you that there was one tagged in LaPorte at a church, and the artist came out and fixed it free, but that won't happen for years. You can't expect that for years.
So inevitably though, with the acceptance of it, right, we'll be accepting some cost for maintenance somewhere down the line.
Mhm. And same with all the sculptures that we also own, just so it's actually part of the public art budget. So we also put, we know that sculptures that are here for like 3 or 4 years need repainting.
We
They just do.
We just repainted some, I believe, downtown.
Yeah, and we try to get things, reasonable and get the quotes and so forth. So,
Would Solaire be willing to say, hey, we'll keep this going forever?
sure, we might. I mean, I could actually, I do have a little contingency fee in the budget just for that, because I also didn't know if, you just don't know. That's all. It's like you hope that everything can be done for a certain amount. And then I did come in a little bit under budget purposely for that reason. So
When would work start?
soon, like as
This
soon
year?
as we can. Oh, yeah.
No,
It'll
probably
be-
this week, right?
Yeah,
Or
they're hoping.
prepping.
They're hoping to be done by, so their 60 years in September. So yes, this is a this year project, and yeah.
Hence that's why we were asking to put it into the permanent collection. It will become a piece of our art, so it would become under the purview of the art commission, essentially be taken care of like other pieces of art, if you will.
And I know at the last town hall meeting, the mayor announced the project and is in support of it.
Well, I think there's a whole effort to start doing things on Michigan Boulevard that would enhance the look of it. And honestly, it's already enhanced just with the vegetation that was taken down in the power washing. I mean, and this is usually what happens with murals, is that people tend to, there's eyes on things, and people tend to then want light and, remove cars sitting out. Like, there's just a kind of a momentum I would say. When you
Yep.
have a mural and you have people actually looking, then peeling paint starts to get repainted. And those have happened at other sites, such as the Smirts Center, uh, New Hope Missionary Baptist Church. Am I saying that wrong? I'm getting the missionary.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
They, things start happening around where you put a mural because they want to enhance people looking at it.
Okay, let's, any other questions of Ms. Block from the board? Any other questions from the board? I'm going to open it up for public comments. Any public comments on this item?
Yes, Tommy Clover, 1316 Ohio. I'm sure that mural is going to be really nice around the boulevard. I said my sister-in-law Jill she used to run one of the rooms up right in the middle where this is going to be. I brought my mom's truck and trailer over there and moved her out. People thought I was the landlord coming to evict her. They kept me that place was for rent. I think this would be not, the concern I have is over 10 years, 15, 20 years, the mural begins to fade, the paint begins, who's going to have to pay to maintain and fix it up? In fact, I'd like to see maybe a mural go in like the CXS bridge on the boulevard, as well as the Carwick or Horn Bridge. That's a constant target for gang graffiti and whatnot. So I just my ideas to share that, but I think that'll be really nice and hope it all ends up going through. Thank you.
Any other public comments?
Hello, board. Scott Mellon, 200 Kent Place. I'm fully supportive of this, but I do have some concerns. Like all of us, like many of us, maintenance of concrete against a roadway, it's guaranteed. There's also, it's by definition, an extreme environment. There's salt spray. There's no sidewalk there.
There's a sidewalk there.
Is there a sidewalk?
Mhm.
Is there on that side of the street? Yeah, I figured it was like one of these things. Anyway, are they gonna need a lane blockage to work there safely? I don't know if the sidewalk's big enough. That's something to consider. I'm not really, I'm fully supportive of the mural project in general. But there's a long history of corporate sponsorship of public art, and very rarely do they have a piece of their equipment with their name on it. I don't think that's very artistic. There was tremendous work done during the WPA at Rockefeller Center. Rockefeller Center has beautiful murals and it doesn't say Rockefeller. For example, I of course thank Solaire greatly for their donation and support it. I just wonder if it could be done a little more gracefully than having a green compressor as one of their panels. Sponsored by Solaire, and maybe an agreement for ongoing maintenance would be something nice, because in 7 years, we're going to have spalling concrete, we're going to have flaking paint. It's just, and then it looks shabby. We all share the same concerns. And we all want a good output. But that was my thing. The corporate branding, I think, can be done a lot better than that. We don't want to be an advertisement, although we do very much appreciate Solaire as a corporate citizen of Michigan City. And apparently this art's already been approved, so it's too late to change the art. But I would consider that panel in particular could be done in a far more artistic fashion and still celebrate Solaire. And again, we thank them, and I thank everybody who put energy to get it to here. Please don't misunderstand that. Those are my concerns. Thank you.
Any other public comments? Any other public comments? Any other public comments? Okay, anything online?
I
No,
would just
I'll
like
close
to
public-
address that real quick.
I'll close public comments.
Okay. Honestly, we had a different piece of equipment there that wasn't Solaire. And their only suggestion was that we change it to something of theirs. It isn't a done deal. Yeah, but we could still get the name off regardless. I do want to say that they're very open to artistic conversations. So this was the artist's doing, but I could absolutely go back and ask, and will, and if anybody else, they really approved all the concepts without getting too much into the minutia. So, except for they did want a woman, which we all approved of.
Can I ask this question? If
Sure.
this board tabled this matter until the next meeting, is that going to set you behind on this project?
It will. I have to be honest, it will. Yes. because this artist he just finished like the Jackson 5 in Gary. He did 2 huge murals and he is so in demand. He's scheduled to do another mural in LaPorte, so it really would. But keep in mind this, that one panel could be maybe, if that's the only panel that's of concern, there's 7 other panels. And maybe we could just rethink that.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'd like to see. Yeah.
Honestly, Solaire might not even want their name on it. I mean, I'm just being really honest. Like they kind of take a long time to get back to us. So
So our discussion is, we would, she would, Ms. Smith would just like to see all the panels. She's supportive of the project. She just likes to see all in order. And I think we have, yeah,
can I email that to
absolutely.
everybody? Okay.
Absolutely. If you get it to me or get it to Isabel, we'll get it out to everybody. I think everyone
Absolutely.
just would like to see the
It's still hard to see. I could also just bring over the
That would be-
printouts might be a better way to lay them out. I mean, if you're all in
Yeah,
City Hall
kind
for
of
a
cool.
bit.
Kind of cool to see them. Absolutely.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. I don't want to slow the project down. So, any other questions of Ms. Block? Any other questions of Ms. Block?
I would like to also explore Solaire's continuing
Yeah.
help with maintenance.
They actually get back to me very quickly with questions. What they don't get back quickly about is changes in the design because they have a team as well. So I will just, I almost can guarantee that we have some contingency money that I think we could put towards. I don't know how that's,
How would Miss
don't know how
Miss
to-
Smith, if there was money to be put forth for contingency, is that is there a place to park that in a budgetary item for art?
the art committee.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'd say maybe a line item for maintenance and upkeep.
Yeah.
So that is possibly the art committee could receive it and hold it as a dedicated item.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
She's just talking logistics.
Yeah, we're talking about logistics of like how to do that. Yeah. So we'll get back to you on that, on how we can do that.
No,
Yeah.
that's okay. I think that Scott he's attended many public art meetings and that might be a good idea that it's you call it when we get like it, yeah, it's reserved, it's money that's
Reserved.
earmarked for that exact
Well,
purpose.
I mean, because it would have to be considered as a donation that's coming from an outside source to put it into our budget.
Yeah.
It would have to come in as a donation of some sort and then earmark that way. So that's why
Okay.
we were talking
Yeah.
logistics on the side.
Yeah, how to get it
Okay.
actually into our coffers, if you will, and accounted for.
I'll let you guys figure that out. I'll try to get the money though.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other questions of Ms. Block from the board, or what is the pleasure of the board? Anyone like to try to take a stab at a motion?
Motion to approve.
Yeah.
That's
For a second? Any seconds?
Second.
Yeah.
Support. Okay, I'll call for the vote. Mr. Simmons?
Aye.
Ms. Tisdale?
aye.
Ms. Smith?
Aye.
Ms. Moore?
Aye.
Chair votes aye as well. We appreciate all the work that, I know you worked really hard on this project, so thank you for doing this for the city. And if you can get
You,
the panels.
I think you separated, right? Two motions.
Oh, do you want to do two
Sorry.
motions? Should we do two motions?
I
Mr.
thought I saw that on the, just one to
The
paint
permission to
it and
paint
one to
and
accept
a
it. Yeah.
donation. So then I revise my motion as a motion for permission to paint, number 1.
Second.
Call for the vote. Mr. Simmons?
Aye.
Ms. Tisdale? Ms. Smith? Ms. Smith?
Aye.
Ms. Moore?
Aye.
And chair votes aye as well. All right, now we need another motion for the actual accepting this into our permanent collection. I'll make a motion that we accept this into that we also accept this mural into our permanent collection of art.
Support.
Call for the vote. Mr. Simmons?
Aye.
Ms. Tisdale?
Aye.
Ms. Smith?
Aye.
Ms. Moore?
Aye.
Chair votes aye as well. Thank you, Janet, for all the work on this.
Thank you so much, and we will get those items
Thank
figured
you.
out. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you for all the discourse that we had there. Our final order of business today on our docket is a correspondence. The Michigan City Police Department would like to recognize and congratulate Todd Plisky for his 28 years of service and Timothy Baker for his 30 years of service and their retirements. And we would like to thank them for their service as well. Mr. Simmons, would you like to say anything?
Yes, I would like to personally thank both Todd and
Timothy
for their years of service. They were both hired under my watch in 1997. And I always thought they were great officers, most really dedicated officers. I'd like to personally thank them for their service.
Excellent. Anyone else? Okay. Alrighty. Next order of business is a payroll claims docket. This is a payroll for July 25th, 2025, and our pension docket for August 1st, 2025. Everyone had time to review those? Do I hear a motion?
Motion to approve.
Hear a second?
Support.
Call for the vote. Mr. Simmons?
Aye.
Ms. Tisdale?
Aye.
Ms. Smith?
Aye.
Ms. Moore?
Aye.
Chair votes aye as well. Our next order of business is our claims docket for August 4th, 2025. Everyone had time to review that. Do I hear a motion?
Motion to approve.
Support.
Call for the vote. Mr. Simmons?
Aye.
Ms. Tisdale?
Aye.
Ms. Moore? I'm sorry, Ms. Smith?
Aye.
Ms. Moore?
Aye.
And Ms. Chair votes aye as well. Sorry about that. Keeping you on your toes. All right, our unfinished business today, onto our unfinished business, is a CSX repairs update. This is an update on repairs of CSX at Buffalo Street Crossing. This was tabled from January 21st, 2025. Engineer Werner, how are you?
Tim Werner, city engineer. There is no update on the Buffalo Street crossing repair. That was a different crew that did maintenance on the track evidently after the crossing was fixed. So that's a whole different department from what we had fixed Woodlands. So they're digging into it, and I'll have to report back, and hopefully it's done by the next meeting. But based on our previous experience, I'll report back next year that it's done. But it's crossable. I mean, it's just basically the 2.5, 3-inch wide rubber strips that we're taking out. So you pretty much ride on the asphalt onto the track and onto the asphalt in the middle. So it's not as bad as what Woodland was, but we'll get that taken care of as soon as we can with CSX. Any questions?
So we'll just leave this on our table item. Is that what your recommendation is, Engineer Werner?
Let's table it for 2 months from now.
Okay.
Because by then the asphalt plants will be winding down and we'll know it's not going to happen this year.
Okay. Mr. Simmons, are you okay with that? I know how you're.
Yeah.
Are you okay with this?
Sure. I am.
I'm not, but.
I don't think he's okay.
He's not.
It's just.
It's frustrating.
Yes, frustrating.
Yes.
Okay. Are you okay with the 2 months tabling, or would you like to have a report back, or?
I'll report back as soon as I hear something, but I mean, it's.
But
we'll
what
know
your
when
point
it's
is
done.
we
Yeah.
have 2 months to
Yeah.
before asphalt
Right.
essentially
Can we
closed.
say a month?
I'm okay with that.
Like
Okay, 1 month.
1 month.
So September, our first meeting in September?
September.
1st. Okay. Okay.
Was that
Would you like to
Oh.
make a,
our first meeting in September?
would you like to make a motion to that? effect?
Make a motion, we table it until the first meeting in September.
Second.
Call for the vote. Mr. Simmons.
Aye.
Ms. Tisdale.
Aye.
Ms. Smith.
Aye.
Ms. Moore.
Aye.
Chair votes aye as well. You're up here, so stay right there. Next up is proposal for approval of proposals to repave City Hall parking lot in the amount not to exceed $44,240.00. This was tabled from July 21st, 2025. Updates on that?
Yeah, the tabling was because we only had one proposal and I was requested to get a second, which we did. The proposal came in last week. Unfortunately, it was missing some data that we need for the city to approve it. It was lower than this number, so hopefully when they get it revised, I was hoping to get it back revised either Friday or early this morning, and it hasn't happened yet. But as soon as I get it, so let's put this on for the next board meeting.
Next regular schedule? Okay. That's
And
on
I'll have the
recommend-
two proposals together to make a recommendation for approval.
Okay. Any questions of Engineer Warner on this item while we got him here on the paving? Any questions? Would anyone like to make a motion to table, to move this to our next, or continue this on our pending list to our next meeting?
Motion to table until our next meeting in August.
Support.
We'll call for the vote. Mr. Simmons.
Aye.
Ms. Tisdale.
Aye.
Ms. Smith.
Aye.
Ms. Moore.
Aye.
Chair votes aye as well. Man, you have a lot of them on here today. Let's see here. Request for trash receptacle and sign repair. Councilman Don Prespolinski is requesting the following items: installation of a trash receptacle at City Bus Stop at northeast corner of Barker Ave and Franklin Street, and a reconstruction of the stop sign guardrail triangle at the corner of Chicago Street, 10th Street, and Kentucky Street. And these were tabled from our July 7th, 2025 meeting. Any updates on any of those items?
I've spoken with Sean Smith, Street Department Director, about getting these taken care of. I don't know the status of it. I was hoping Sean would be here today, but he's not. I know there was a trash receptacle on the southeast side of Barker and Franklin that we had thought it would be a better location to move it up by the bus stop on the north side in front of the drugstore. So I don't know if that's been done. I don't remember Friday when I went by there if I saw him moving or not yet, but I'll follow up with Sean and get back to you on that. And as far as the triangle guardrail, I talked with Sean about that, and he said his staff guys can get out there and weld a new post on and get that set back up, and I don't know if that's been done yet.
I think the trash can has been moved, but I can't recall. I feel like I saw it there, but I'd like to still know for sure. But I feel like I
Yeah.
saw it there. It's just not something I pay attention to
Yeah.
every day, even though I drive by it every day.
Yeah.
So,
Sean or I'll follow up at the next meeting.
okay, excellent. So do you want us to hold this over till our second meeting in August?
Yep.
Okay,
Please.
excellent. I'll make a motion that we continue to keep this item on our pending items list till for a report back at the our next regular scheduled meeting for Board of Works, the 18th.
Support.
I'll call for the vote. Mr. Simmons.
Aye.
Ms. Tisdale.
Aye.
Ms. Smith.
Aye.
Ms. Moore.
Aye.
Chair votes aye as well.
Thank you, everybody. Anything else?
I think that's it. Unless you guys have any other questions of Ms. Werner.
Okay, thanks.
All right, our final order of business tonight is awarding. This was tabled from our July 7th, 2025 meeting. This is an awarding of a bid, and it was an awarding of a bid for the demolition of 901 Manhattan Street. And I know there's been a lot of correspondence going around with that one. Amber, would you like to tell us just where we are? I'm sorry, Attorney LePage, would you like to tell us where we're at with this?
Sure. So let me just preface it by, I'm a little annoyed by this issue. I'll preface it.
Read your emails. No.
So if you sense the annoying, I am annoyed. So we held off on this because, as I informed the board before, there's a receivership that has access to the property by virtue of the state of Pennsylvania. The Attorney General's involved. I've been working with this receivership because they had identified a buyer for it. The buyer was to get us a proposed remediation plan with specific time deadlines on it for us to consider removing a demo order and allowing them to proceed. We waited, we waited, we waited. Finally, last week, I kind of sent a nasty gram over and said, I'm going to be recommending an award on Monday to get this thing done. I haven't heard from you. Your buyer's not interested. In the meantime, Marquette High School, their attorney had been in contact with me, inquiring on possibly retaining the property or acquiring the property. I tried to connect them to the receiver as well. So after I sent my email saying that I fully intend to ask the board to award this on Monday, I got a surprise that said, oh, we were just notified that there's been a bankruptcy filing. And we're asking, exactly, right? It's only my world. I hear all the laughs and the so the receivership is asking us to stay the proceedings until we get a schedule of assets to see if it's on the assets and to figure out if we need permission then from the trustee to go forward. I'll be honest with the board, I've never dealt with something like this. So I'm asking for at least one more meeting right now to research this, to contact the trustee myself and get some guidance on this because I know Marquette wants the property gone. I don't know if they're still interested in trying to work on purchasing or not. But I know that they've been adamant that they want the property gone. And I know code enforcement has been dealing with this for a long time. So I think there's frustration levels on so many aspects here. But I would ask the board to give me at least another meeting to get my hands wrapped around this, to give you guys back a recommendation.
Yes, I won't even ask my question. Let's just, because there may not be an answer for it, so I'll just hold on. Okay, you heard Attorney LePage's recommendation. I've read her emails, and I know I know there's a lot going on with this item, and I know DeMarcus has worked very hard on this item as well. And I see a representative from Marquette as well here, so we know they're interested. So the players are all talking, so I say we give Ms. LePage her time to figure this one out for us. Would anyone like to make a motion to hold on to this until our next meeting, which will be the 18th?
Motion to table until our next meeting on the 18th.
So do you want me?
I didn't know if you wanted to make any allow any public comments beforehand.
Yeah, I'll allow some public comments. Absolutely. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
this one. Hello again, board. Scott Melantur at Kenwood Place. I don't think we need anybody's permission to demo something. If we've already gone that far, if this has been an eyesore for years and years, and it's in receivership, and it's headed to bankruptcy, and why is everybody looking over there? Is there something? Anyway, I don't think we need to hold off on this. All due respect to Attorney LePage trying to do the right thing, but if it's already has a demolition order, it's on them to get their stuff in order, and they haven't. They lose. It's torn down. Guess what? There's not an asset for bankruptcy anymore. Okay? We don't have to wait on them. We have waited. We should execute our plan, in my opinion. Thank you very much.
Yeah, Tommy Clavick, 1316 Ohio. Tear that dang thing down, please. I know Marquette wants to get those private, what I've heard years ago is they want to put soccer fields on all that land that they have there where they used to have the tire shop, Perry's Bakery used to be. I think that'd be really great if we can go up there and watch some high school soccer games in the future. So I just hope that all goes through. You know, all these blighted homes they're nothing but public nuisances. We cause a whole myriad of problems. There's actually a state statute about that. I remember John Esper read that when they were dealing with the ice cream parlor fiasco. I'm going to read that one of these times. Gina already heard me. I think you heard me read that before. I don't like to get same thing over and over again. So just tear that down. Thank you.
Mr. Coleman, how you doing?
Morning. Thank you. Thank you, esteemed supporters. My name is Brian Coleman. I'm a Michigan City resident. I also serve on the board of Marquette High School and also on LaPorte County Habitat for Humanity. And we've been trying for years to get something done with the blighted properties over near our campus. It's evident, as you will all know, that it undermines the well-being and the safety of the community, and also negatively impacts market values on anybody wanting to come invest in that community. Marquette High School has invested in that community for decades and decades. We've been working with code enforcement in Michigan City, and we requested something to be done on those. I understand it being in federal bankruptcy, the right procedures have to be followed, but of course, there's an automatic stay on something like this, but that's only to prevent assets from being sold. This isn't being an asset that's being sold. It's clearing a blighted property, which the federal statutes clearly allow exceptions for. Of course, you're going to be advised of that by your attorney. And we just ask that these properties get dealt with as soon as possible. Thank you.
Any other public comments? Any other public comments on this item? Okay, close public comments. We heard a recommendation from Attorney LePage. Mr. Simmons, if you'd still like to make that motion.
I'll make a motion to table this until our August 18th meeting.
Okay.
Support.
Call for the vote. Mr. Simmons,
Aye.
Ms. Tisdale,
Aye.
Ms. Smith,
Aye.
Ms. Moore.
Aye.
Chair votes aye as well. I'll open up for public comments in general. Any in general public comments?
Yeah, Tommy Kulavic, 1316 Ohio Street. A couple weeks ago, WNDU did a piece about Michigan City, and it's not correct. Michigan City didn't get its name for just being on Lake Michigan. We got our name because this is we're the northern terminus of the historic Michigan Road. I think everybody knows about that. There was a story I had always regaled people about back in 2007. The CEO of the former Federal Mogul Corporation came here and wanted to tour the plant. We're getting ready to shut us down. He came from the corporate company headquarters in Southfield, Michigan, flew into the Michigan City Municipal Airport, got off the plane, was met by our management team, and the first question he wanted to know is, going from Michigan, I know, why is it called Michigan City, even though it's in Indiana? And actually, our plant manager, his name was Mark Durange, he lived around South Haven over by Portage. They had no idea, but that's why it's called Michigan City, even though it's in Indiana. That's always the story I always like telling. It's an amusing anecdote. I want everybody to go out and enjoy the Police National Night Out tomorrow night, and just have a good time and support our play. I'm glad the city council, their meeting's going to have a big meeting tonight. They postponed it to tonight, and they have it so everybody can go to National Night Out tomorrow. Thank you.
Any other public comments? Any other public comments? Anything online? Okay, I'll close public comments. Any board comments? Any comments from the board? Anything from the board?
Motion to adjourn.
Okay,
Second.
call. All right. We're adjourned.